What if I told you that your hormonal state of being is the biggest contributing factor to whether or not you will optimize your human organism, i.e., make it fit, or you will start to deteriorate into a very unhealthy state? And the two hormones that I want to focus in on today is cortisol. Remember, this video that's right behind me, you'll be doing this video after I give you your tips and your advice. I would click it over to this video and I will explain exactly what you're going to do in your workout, all right? But allow us to drop in first and talk about the key to understanding how your hormonal balances or your hormonal levels are drastically affecting your ability to either put on muscle, burn fat, and lose weight. And when you talk about losing weight, you want to lose fat. You do not want to lose muscle. And this is why we specify the loss of fat, the maintenance, or the putting on of muscle. Muscle is your greatest friend. And I'm speaking specifically to the ladies. Muscle is your biggest friend. It is your most important friend when it comes to the functionality of your body, the strength of your body, the slowing down of the decay of your body, and allowing you to, into your latter years, be able to do the things that you've always wanted to do and continue to do without becoming frail and fragile and risking the detrimental effect of osteoporosis, breaking bones, breaking hips, immobility, all that stuff that slows down the human organism as we age, mostly because we have lost our muscle. We can stop that in its track and slow it down drastically, and that's what we want to do. So one thing you got to understand is this: high cortisol levels, high cortisol works against your muscle. It has an inverse relationship with your muscle mass. If you have high cortisol levels, your ability to put on muscle will be drastically reduced because cortisol is catabolic, meaning that it eats away at the muscle. And that's why you and I must understand how cortisol acts. And we must understand that all exercise raises cortisol. But what you need to know is resistance training and plyometric explosive exercises, they also raise HGH, which is a anabolic hormone. So it offsets the negative effect of cortisol, and it actually allows us to put on muscle. So the best form of exercise when it comes to putting on muscle and limiting the negative effect of cortisol spikes, and remember, cortisol spikes all the time, anytime that we're working out. But the types of workouts determine if that spike in cortisol will be met with HGH. If you're doing jogging at a steady pace, aerobic exercise, you're really just spiking cortisol. And the longer you do that, the more detrimental it's going to be to the muscle building. It will start to act as a muscle wasting component, especially if you are not feeding your body the nutrients that it needs in order to put on muscle. So again, you want to really pay attention to how much cardiovascular exercise that you're doing as far as the duration. And if you want to continue to put on muscle, and if you want to maintain the muscle you got, and we all want to maintain the muscle we got if we understand. When it comes to resistance training, that raises cortisol, but not to the level of what the cardiovascular aerobic training does. And also with the resistance training, especially the heavy lifting, you're releasing HGH as well. That's human growth hormone. So you want to know and understand that, and you want to make sure that that is your top priority. Again, also understand that training in the morning for many individuals, they will have a high cortisol level because of what is called the dawn phenomenon. And this high cortisol level is for everybody. And what that does, so allow us to go ahead and jump into this workout. I'm going to put the volume on. You'll hear me talking, not from here, but you'll hear me explaining in the video what you got to do. And again, remember, you want to master your technique. You want to work in with weights that's going to challenge you, force the muscle groups that you're working to burn and fatigue, and eventually you reach that overload where you have to rest that muscle group. This is what you want, all right? So use the right weight with the right technique, and we'll get back to you. Allow me to swing on over and let you hear the whole workout. I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to stop talking on here, and you'll hear me talking on the video. Have a beautiful workout. And remember, like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Peace and wellness, everyone. Welcome to today's workout. We're going to have what is called a tricep kickback. You have 15 of these tricep kickbacks. The second exercise movement will be an overhead extension for 15. And that third movement will be a hammer curl for 5. Then you'll come down into 20 mountain climbers, 20 squat jumps with 1 burpee. So the first move was the tricep kickback. The second move is the tricep overhead extension. You have 15 on both of those moves. When she completes the 15th tricep overhead extension, she'll grab her other weight and come up into what is called a hammer curl. With the hammer curl, you want to make sure you see the bottom of the weights in the mirror. You see how her weights are coming all the way up, all right? You have 5 of those. Then you'll come down into 20 mountain climbers. Left, right is 1 on the mountain climber. And then we'll go into a squat, jump, burpee sequence. And we'll repeat the first 3 moves, 15 on a kickback, 15 on overhead extension. You'll add on 1 rep with the hammer curl, okay? So this is what she's doing. So then we're coming to this right here. It's a squat jump. So you're going to have 25 of these squat jumps. You'll have 1 burpee. Then you'll have 15 squat jumps, 1 burpee. Then you have 10 squat jumps, 1 burpee. And then you'll have 5 squat jumps, 1 burpee. After you complete that 5th squat jump with that 1 burpee, you go back to the top of the circuit and you'll do 15 on the kickback. You'll do 15 on overhead extension. You'll do 6 on the hammer curl. You'll do 20 on the mountain climber. And you'll go back to that sequence on that squat jump. 25 with 1 burpee, 15 and 1 burpee, 10 and 1 burpee, 5 and 1 burpee. You'll do all those back to back to back before you get back to that tricep kickback, which will be 15 again. The overhead extension will be 15 again. The hammer curl will be 7, and you'll repeat the mountain climber and the squat jumps as you have done in the first 2 rounds. 20 mountain climbers, 25 squat jumps, 1 burpee, then 15 and 1, then 10 and 1, then 5 and 1. And then that last round, you'll stay 15 with the tricep kickback, 15 with the overhead extension. You'll have 8 on that hammer curl. The 20 mountain climbers stay the same. And that last sequence of those squat jumps, 25 and 1, 15 and 1, 10 and 1, 5 and 1, and you're done. Have a beautiful workout. Have a beautiful workout. We'll catch you at the next one. Sending you peace and always love. Always love. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to follow me on my political channel, Monte_Reid. The description. The link is in the description in the bottom. Have a beautiful day. Peace.